We'll fight with all our might, for this is the day we all say Somerville leads the way.
Welcome back, folks. We're here for another session of Wicked Smaht. John Roderick, our last winner, will be back in the next episode to defend his title. Tonight we have a special episode for elected officials. Lynn will introduce the contestants.
Today's contestants are Congressman Capuano, Charlene Harris, school committee member from Ward 4, and Jack Connelly, Alderman of Ward 6.
Here are the rules. We have 6 categories, 7 questions in each. All questions are worth 1 point, except the 4th question in each category is worth 3 points. The last is worth 5. You get it right, you get to answer another question. You get it wrong, and the next in line gets a chance to steal the point before starting their turn. We'll go for 10 minutes, we'll take a break, and then we'll reverse the order. At the end of round 2, the top 2 scorers will be on even ground going into the speed round. I've been asked to give you all the following hint. None of you are the answer to any of the questions. Liz?
Let's begin the game. The first question will come from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town. We can find it. I don't know what Get Out of Town went. Here we go. No, not yet.
It's right.
Where? Hey! Couldn't be any larger, could it? That's why. These questions may have nothing to do with Somerville, but with cities and towns in the area. And the first question for
Congressman Capuano.
Congressman Capuano. In what city will you find 2 United States presidents entombed side by side?
Quincy.
Quincy. Both are buried at the United First Parish Church in Quincy Center.
His next question will come from the category of serious history.
Serious?
Replacing city info.
Serious history. What other kind of history is this? But this is replacing the category of city info because we thought that you 3 should know all that stuff.
Sure.
We bring you a new category, therefore, called serious history. And the question is for?
Congressman Capuano.
Congressman Capuano. This brickyard owner was Somerville's first chairman of the Board of Selectmen when it became a town in 1842. Who was the chairman of the Board of Selectmen when it first became a town in 1842? Brickyard owner.
We'll go for George Brastow.
Not correct.
Didn't think
Not
so.
correct.
Charlene, do you know
I have no idea.
the answer, Tony?
The answer is Nathan Tufts. Nathan Tufts. That was serious, I guess. Huh?
George Brastow is going to be my answer on all those questions.
Charlene's first question will come from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town. The one with the big print, so I don't have to hunt for it again, huh? We used to have an elk at the corner of Central and Highland. It now stands proudly in front of an Elks Lodge in what community? The elk that stood at the corner of Central and Highland now stands proudly in front of an Elks Lodge in what community?
Everett.
Not right.
Jack?
Stoneham.
Wakefield is the correct answer. Wakefield.
Jack's first question will come from the category of Street Smarts.
Street smarts. Or should we say street smarts? We test your knowledge of Somerville geography. Maybe that's a little easier than the history we've been giving you. The Gold Star Library on Broadway is situated between what 2 streets? The Gold Star Library on Broadway is situated between what 2 streets?
Let me see. Minnesota and... No, don't know.
Should have asked you about the Ward 6 Library. The answer
Oh,
is
yeah.
No.
no. There you go.
Congressman, do you know?
I'll go for Minnesota and Michigan.
You're half right. Michigan and Illinois.
That's my next guess.
The This question comes from the category of Get Out of Town, and it's for Congressman Capuano.
Back to get out of town. Maybe we can keep it in the district, huh? Let's see. Hey, gotta keep them in order. What's the name of Malden Catholic's basketball team?
Oh, I don't know. We'll go for Crusaders.
Not correct.
Charlene?
Cyclones.
Nope.
Lancers.
Lancers. Lancers. See, Jack knew that one.
I'm going to get in trouble with all the MC parents now.
3,000 times. I know that one.
Charlene's question comes from the category of Street Smarts.
Street smarts. And again, this is Somerville geography. There we go. What comes next in this list of parallel streets off Broadway? What comes next in this series of streets, parallel streets off Broadway? Mount Vernon, Pinckney, Florence. What comes next? Mount Vernon, Pinckney, or Florence?
Mount Vernon.
No, I mentioned that.
Oh, what
Mount
comes-
Vernon, Pinckney, or Florence?
Ooh.
Nope.
George Street.
Nope. Myrtle Street. Myrtle Street.
This is not good.
Jack's question comes from the category of Get Out of Town.
Get out of town.
I'm going to have to if I keep missing
Good thing we
these.
found that one.
Right behind you.
Well, they're giving you the Ward 1 questions and her the Ward
That's all
7
right.
questions. Here we go. 3 points. Which of the following treats are manufactured in Cambridge? Which of the following treats are manufactured in Cambridge? Junior Mints, Sugar Daddies, Charlestown Chews, Haviland Mints. Which of the following treats are manufactured in Cambridge? Junior Mints, Sugar Daddies, Charlestown Chews, Haviland Mints.
Haviland Mints.
No?
Congressman?
Haviland Mints and Junior Mints.
No. All of them are manufactured in Cambridge.
Charleston was over in Level.
Yeah, me too. That's a sign.
Somebody with a sweet tooth, huh?
The next question comes from the category of Serious History, and it's for Congressman Capuano.
Serious history,
I don't feel bad when you miss it.
like these. All right, the next one in that category is, believe it or not, the building that originally housed the Somerville Public Library, all 2,000 books at that time, still stands today. What's the address? Believe it or not, the original building, or the building that originally housed the Somerville Public Library, all 2,000 books at that time, still stands today.
99 Highland Ave.
99 Highland Ave. Not correct?
Charlene?
101 Highland Ave.
No. 93 Highland Ave. It was housed in City Hall
Yes, I thought.
for 20 years. You don't
You
remember the
forgot the
address of
address?
City
I
Hall?
never
the
wrote
address?
myself.
How far?
I knew it was City Hall. I thought I had the right number.
Oh, that's not good.
What's 99? The Y?
No, the Y's
101.
100. 101's the Y.
Daycare's 99.
Yeah.
Yes.
Charlene's question comes from the category of Street Smarts.
Street smarts for Charlene.
Probably in Union Square now.
Seems like she had the last one from this. Try this one. This tiny street near the geographic middle of Somerville
I told you.
connects Albion to Woodbine. This tiny street near the geographic middle of Somerville connects Albion Street to Woodbine Street. What's the name of the street?
Cambria?
Nope.
Princeton.
No. Center Street. And if memory serves, that's a pretty small one, isn't it?
There's only 2 houses on
Excuse me.
Jack's question comes from the category of What Used to Be Where.
What used to be where? We haven't had one of those yet. This category tests your knowledge of Somerville's ever-changing landscape. Porter Square Shopping Plaza was built on the site of what family estate? Porter Square Shopping Plaza was built on the site of what family estate? Time's up.
Yep.
Want to try that one?
I'm embarrassed. I should know this one, and I'm going to have to guess the White family.
You guessed correctly. Very good.
The next question comes from the category of Go to Video.
Go to video. Get a chance to watch our screen, and I will give you a question on it. Question is for
Congressman.
the Congressman. That building still exists today, still stands. What business would you find where the Goodwill store once was? The building you saw in the picture, it's now on the screen again if you want to watch it again,
Yeah, I'd like to see it again.
still exists. What business would you find where the Goodwill store once was?
What business is there? Dental office.
No.
Can I see it again?
Can she see it again?
One more time?
I don't know. They do have some difficulty with that. Can we bring it up again? Maybe not.
Maybe not, huh?
Maybe not.
There it
Oh,
is.
there it is.
There you go. We're looking for the business that is where the Goodwill store once was.
Social Security office.
Nope, not correct. The answer is Store 24.
That's the
Store
end of this
24.
round, so we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll reverse the order.
Okay.
City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15 are your local sources for news and entertainment. City Cable 16 airs City Beat 16, where we explore the news stories that matter to you. The mayor and the alderman have a live studio call-in show where they let you dial into the studio and discuss the hot topics going on in Somerville. Larry Murphy takes over the studio as he hosts Senior Circuit, a show for and about the seniors of Somerville. The Office of Housing and Community Development has their own show, hosted by Steve Post. You can find Congressman Michael Capuano in the studio on Congressional Update. We are the only way you can see the Board of Aldermen and school committee meetings live from your living room. Art festivals, groundbreaking, special events, shows about Somerville history, and music concerts are only some of the shows you will see on City Cable 16. With our newest game show about Somerville called Wicked Smaht, there is something for everyone on City Cable 16. Educational Channel 15 is for and about the Somerville Public School System. Assistant Superintendent Bob Snow hosts Our Schools, Our City. He talks about the hottest topics going on in the school system. There is no rule book on raising a family, but Bonnie Carroll will certainly try to help on raising families. Superintendent Awards, plays, concerts, and special events is what you will find on Educational Channel 15. We have exclusive coverage of Somerville High School football, hockey, and basketball games. You can find the latest information on what's going on in the city on our wheel on City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15, which plays when regular programming isn't. City Cable 16 and Educational Channel 15, offering you a local alternative.
Liz, we're reversing the order.
Yes,
Who's
and
up first?
before we do, we want to have our guests introduce themselves. So, Congressman, would you like to start?
Mike Capuano, a lifelong resident of Somerville, though you wouldn't know it necessarily from this game show. Former alderman, former mayor, and current congressman for the 8th Congressional District, which includes my hometown.
Charlene?
I'm Charlene Harris, school committee person from Ward 4, also a lifelong resident of Somerville. I have 6 children, 2 in college, 3 at the high school, 1 in 4th grade.
I'm Jack Connelly, the Ward 6 Alderman for the past 10 terms, and a native West Somervillian, and I live in Winslow Ave with my wife and 3 daughters, Kerry, Kim, and Carolyn, and operate a business in Davis Square.
And we start with?
Jack.
Jack
Jack will
this
have
time.
the first question in this round. And his question will come from the category of people and personalities.
People and personalities. And we warned you that none of you would be the answer to one of these questions. Who designed our current city seal? Who designed our current city seal?
Let's see. Fred Lund is probably the guy that should have, but
Is that your answer?
that's my answer, yeah.
Cartographer Fred Lund, and he recently celebrated 50 years at City Hall. Does a lot of the drawings for our mayors and our city. Guy we can all be proud of, by the way.
50 years.
Jack's next question will come from the category of Go to Video.
Go to video. Put on your glasses and we'll take a look at the video. For whom is this feature named? For whom was that feature named?
Amelia Earhart.
And it is obviously
Amelia Earhart Dam, the control tower for the
On the
Amelia
Mystic
Earhart Dam,
River.
Mystic River, you bet.
very good.
He's getting all the easy ones.
Yeah, he is.
Luck of the draw.
The next question is for Charlene, and it comes from the category of People and Personalities.
People and personalities. Make sure we have the right one here. Who is the current president of Somerville Little League? Who is the current president of the Somerville Little League?
Rick Sirocco.
Rick Sirocco is correct.
The next question for Charlene comes from the category of Go to Video again.
Go to video. Okay. Take a look at the camera or the monitor. And when we get a look at it, we will ask the question. Having trouble getting it up. Okay. I think I skipped a question here because that obviously is not the answer. We blocked out the name of the business on this sign. What business does it advertise?
La Contessa.
La Contessa is correct.
Yes.
I think Jack might know that one
Lucky there, 3 days a week.
The next question is for Congressman Capuano, and it comes from the category of People and Personalities.
People and personalities. There we go. Who is the alderman referred to in this Somerville Journal headline? This is an old Somerville Journal headline. Who is the alderman referred to? Alderman snarls, dog officer faints.
That one wasn't me. Alderman Champa.
It is correct. Vincent Champa.
The next question comes from the same category of Peoples and Personalities.
Very good. And this is also for
Congressman
the
Capuano.
Congressman. Who was the last Somerville person to win a Massachusetts statewide election, and for what office? Who was the last Somerville person to win a Massachusetts statewide election, and for what office?
Well, I would say we're including primaries. That would be Dorothy Kelly Gay for lieutenant governor. But if it was primaries, but not, that's an election. Are we talking just
It
finals?
says win a Massachusetts statewide election.
It is an election. I mean,
I'll appeal to our judge. Okay.
Jack, do you know?
No, I'm going to pass on that.
Okay. The answer.
I like this one too. Frederick W. Cook, a Republican who was Secretary of the Commonwealth. Get this, from 1921 to 1948. And the older people in the audience will remember in school, they used to read the proclamation every time we had a holiday. And at the end it would say, signed by the Secretary of the Commonwealth, Frederick W. Cook, and all the old teachers used to tell us that he was from Somerville. He held the office from 1921 to 1949, and he was a Republican. How about that? From Somerville.
Jack's question comes from the category of Street Smarts.
Street smarts. Okay.
Get west this time.
All right. I think I got it for Jack. Name the 4 streets that surround Somerville Hospital. Name the 4 streets that surround Somerville Hospital.
Let's see, Crocker, Highland, Tower, and Carter Terrace.
Nope.
Charlene?
Want to try it, Charlene?
I can see it, I can't think of the name of it.
Tough one. Okay, I can give them the answer, huh?
Yeah.
Highland, of
Yeah.
course, Crown, Crocker, and Tower.
Couldn't-
Highland Avenue,
Could see
Crocker
it.
Street,
Just
Crown
wasn't- it
Street,
just wasn't
Tower
coming.
Street.
That was a tough one.
My neighborhood.
Charlene's question comes from the same category of street smart.
Back to street smarts. Concord, Newton, Acton, Bedford, and Dover. Which one is not a street in Somerville? Which one is not a street in Somerville? Concord, Newton, Acton, Bedford, and Dover.
Bedford.
That's not correct. That question goes
Do
to
you know?
Acton.
Acton. There is no Acton Street.
The next question comes from the category of people and personalities, and it's for Congressman Capuano.
Back to Congressman Capuano. Give him an easier one this time.
Thank you.
Just as they come in order.
I'll take them.
Boston Herald columnist Cosmo Macero is the nephew of Dan Macero. What job did Dan Macero hold in Somerville upon his retirement?
Upon his retirement, I think his official title was, well, it was either assistant or deputy superintendent, probably assistant superintendent of schools.
That's correct.
Take that one.
The next question comes from the category of serious history.
Serious history.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
we dig in and we find for...
That's for you.
that's for me.
Yeah,
Back to you
got the
again.
answer right.
Mallet Street, between Willow and Liberty, is named for Gene Mallet. What did he do to get a street named for him? Mallet Street, between Willow and Liberty, is named for Gene Mallet. What did he do to get a street named for him?
I will guess that he gave his life for his country.
Not correct, at least not to my knowledge.
Jack?
He, Mr. Mallet, operated a windmill now known as the city's monument up at Powerhouse Square up on the hill.
Very good, Jack. Gene Mallet
That's
built
a
the
good one.
Powder House, 1703. John's backyard, right?
Remember that one. So it's on the side of the monument.
Jack's question comes from the category of get out of town.
Get out of town. Okay. Let's see where we're going this time. Movie mogul Louis B. Mayer first went into business not in Tinseltown, but as a scrap metal dealer in a nearby city. Movie mogul Louis B. Mayer went into business not in Tinseltown, but as a scrap metal dealer, and it was in a nearby city. What city was it?
I'll just have to go on a hunch. I got to say Cambridge.
Cambridge is not correct.
Charlene?
Boston.
Nope. The answer is Chelsea, on second thought.
Charlene's
How does it
question
feel?
comes from the category of what used to be where.
What used to be where? We can find that. Here we
Yeah, I'll
go.
get this one, I know.
No?
I need water.
Hey, we lost it again. Having a tough time here. Here we go.
I'll take the points by default. It's okay.
Well, we haven't used enough of these, I guess. In fact, I think this is just the second one. The Somerville Municipal Employees Credit Union is on the site of what store? A store that was destroyed by fire in 1976. The Somerville Municipal Employees Credit Union sits on the site of what store destroyed by fire in 1976?
I have no idea.
Got that one?
Can I tell you the store that's next door to it? Next to Angelina's. I have no idea what was there.
All right, Clarendon Hill Liquors. They
That's
tell me.
why I wouldn't know.
Well, see, it's the other end of town.
The next question is from the category of street smarts, and it's for Congressman Capuano.
Street smarts. We all like these, I guess. What's next in this list of parallel streets off Summer Street? What's next in the list of parallel streets off Summer Street? Cherry, Hancock, Burnside. What's the next one? Cherry, Hancock, Burnside.
Burns.
Burns Street is correct. That's right in your ward, isn't it?
Burns.
Birds?
That's correct. Burns Street.
No, it isn't.
No.
That's the answer, right? I'm sorry.
Jack, do you
I'm
know?
sorry.
Willow.
No. No. The answer we have here is Bank Street.
Banks.
Bank
Oh,
Street.
yeah,
And
right.
she,
That's true,
she
yeah.
confirmed that that's correct.
I don't know where I came up. Burns.
Is-
Banks is
We're thinking Burnside.
another one I should have known.
That's okay.
And that's the end of our game. So if we could see the scores, we can know who will be in our
Comes in.
speed up round.
Oh, bummer. See you again.
And it will be
Congressman.
Congressman Capuano and Alderman Connelly.
No, I get
Okay.
some.
Have
No,
your
but you
points?
too. No.
Thank you for playing,
You can have
Charlene.
my points for this round. I realize when you go into the second round, you
I
go
need all
back to
the-
0.
I need all the help I can get.
Good luck.
Okay.
Charlene.
Oh,
Charlene,
be careful.
your
Watch out
microphone.
for your cord there.
Hold on.
Liz?
Welcome back. And now we're going to have our leader of the last round pick which envelope he would like for his speed question.
Gotta go with my own zip code.
Okay, so Jack, you get
yeah.
02144. I'll
Okay.
take that.
Okay.
That's for Congressman.
You want to
for Jack.
explain the rules very quickly, or?
Whoever gets the most questions right out of the 5 questions wins the game.
And the previous score up to this point doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, nope. They're
Okay.
both at 0.
We had some questions.
That's true.
So we go to,
Stating the
who do we go to first?
That will be for Congressman Capuano.
Congressman Capuano, and you chose?
02145.
4-5, okay. Speed round. According to the 2000 census, which ethnicity claims the largest number of Somervillites as their ancestry? What ethnicity do most Somervillians or Somervillites claim as their ancestry according to the 2000 census?
Italian.
Not correct. We go right down the list. How many screens are there at the Lowe's movie theater in Assembly Square?
8.
12. What's the first name of the man for whom Davis Square is named?
Robert.
The answer is Person. Person Davis. Prior to Alderman Bill Roach, who was the last acting mayor of Somerville? Prior to Alderman Bill Roach, who was the last acting mayor of Somerville?
Jack Havigan.
Jack Havigan, 1967. Who was the first woman to serve as president of the Board of Aldermen?
Kathy O'Day.
Right, Ward 7, 1985, they tell me. Okay, we're moving on to
2144.
I didn't
John?
set the bar too high, Jack.
He chose the 02144 envelope. Let's see what we have for you, John. Evelyn Battinelli is sitting off camera, and she judges whether your answers are correct or not. Spell her last name, please. Evelyn Battinelli is sitting right here.
Battinelli.
That's correct. The Somerville Museum currently has an exhibit about Somerville's lost theaters. How many Somerville movie theaters are featured in that exhibit? Somerville Museum currently exhibiting,
I believe it's 12.
the answer is 14.
Close.
Who is listed on the closing credits as the producer of Wicked Smaht? Who is listed on the closing credits as the producer of Wicked Smaht?
Bill Doncaster.
And Roach. What Republican ran against Senator Ed Kennedy on a platform called time sizing? What Republican ran against Senator Ed Kennedy on a platform called time sizing?
I can see his face. I can't recall his name.